leave a like on this video within the next 5 seconds for NBA 2K to finally fix their servers. We went on to next gen, it still was a problem. They need to fix these joints. So leave a like.
I got digital dash camera with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash camera with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I have in the bins and pull out.
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back here with yet another video. Today, I'm going over the takeover system in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Now, when I usually do these videos, I literally just rank them and tell you exactly how they work and stuff like that. But on 2K19, when they first pretty much introduced takeovers again, before, like, you know how they had Grand Badges, they took it out on 2K18. I pretty much went over takeovers on 2K19 in detail, in deep detail. I'll be doing that again here today. I'm gonna be going over every takeover, show you guys exactly what's gonna be giving you plus 8s and plus whatever, and what's gonna be going down and stuff like that. I'm gonna be going over all that. I'm gonna be ranking in order what is the best takeovers for like the pluses. After that, I'm gonna be going over this distinctive takeovers, because there's 24 takeovers and they're like in these little 8 different divisions of takeovers. So you know how we always had Playmaker, Slasher, and stuff like that. We now have 24 all in total, because they kind of split them up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be ranking these two times. First is going to be pretty much the attribute bonuses and how many things that you get, which is going to be interesting because it's going to be changing a lot of ways people make their builds. It changed a little bit from current gen, but not completely. And then we're going to be going over and ranking all 24 in order, like we've going to be updating it. We already did this, but we updating it again. So yeah, man, there's been a couple patches, so it's only right. But yeah, man, without further ado, if you haven't already, please drop a like on this video. It really helped the video out a lot. Subscribe if you're new. We got a lot of bangers coming soon, all 2K21, so stay tuned. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Alright, so hopping into the takeovers. First things we're going to go over is the attribute bonuses. Now, the way attribute bonuses work, Mike Wang has discussed this several times. When it comes to takeover bonuses, you can get pluses and it can actually go over 99. Now, when you check it through the game, it'll only show you 99. But say, for instance, if you have a 99 three-pointer at 99, you get a plus 8 to takeover, depending on what, if you have sharp takeover. Now, depending on what takeover you get, you're going to be able to get plus 5s on everything, but you're going to have certain things you're going to get plus 8 on. And if you get cold, certain things are going to be going down. A lot of things can affect going down. Either you're going cold or fatigue. We're not going to go too in detail on that in this video, but just know that if you got really low fatigue or you're blinking red, just know that when you're doing stuff like that and you're dribbling, trying to figure out why you're dribbling so slow and stuff like that, why you're not hitting as many shots, why it's harder to green, that's probably because your attributes are going down and stuff like that. So, first thing we're going to be going over, which in my opinion is the worst for the pluses and minuses, because we're going to go in detail on why this is rim take. On rim takeover, you're literally only going to be getting close shot, which is actually not bad. It's pretty much an offensive type thing for a rim protected takeover. Interior defense, block, help defense, and defensive consistency. So those aren't bad, but like when you see the other things for big men that you can get and how important those things are, I feel like rim protected takeover for bigs or in general is just not nearly as usable for the attribute bonuses. Alright, next is going to be Shot Creator Takeover. Now, Shot Creator Takeover is most of these Shot Creator Takeovers are some of the best in the game. We're gonna get into soon when we go over all 24, but when it comes to the bonuses, it doesn't really give you much. It gives you layup, mid-range, shot IQ, ball handle, and offensive consistency. Now, when it comes to things like the ones we're gonna go over later, you're gonna get a lot more, but the real big deal about Shot Creator that doesn't make it as good as usual, because they did this also on current gen, all the way up to 2K20, when you got Shot Creator Takeover, you pretty much, you also had plus 10 to your 3-pointer. So it doesn't do that anymore. You don't even go up to plus 10. It only goes up to plus 8 now. So Shot Creator Takeover only gonna be getting mid-range, layup, shot IQ, ball handle, and offensive consistency. Ball handle, mid-range, good, but the 3-pointer is what made it so good. Alright, next is going to be the Playmaker Takeover. So for the Playmaker Takeover, the bonuses that you get for the plus 8s, you get layup, all passing attributes, whether it's pass IQ, pass vision, all pass attributes, pass accuracy, all that stuff. Next, we're gonna have speed with ball, which is actually one of the most important things for guards. Speed with ball, that's pretty much how you speed boost. That's gonna be pretty much showing you what tier speed boost you're gonna actually be able to have. Then you got ball handle. That's gonna be allowing you to do like momentum and stuff, and this is also gonna be unlocking stuff like pro dribble moves. So you're gonna be able to get plus 8 to ball handle and speed ball. Those are two big, very important things for guards. Then last but not least is going to be offensive consistency. So yeah, man, Playmaker has some better ones than Shot Creators in my opinion, because it does get that speed with ball. Mid-range is not as important as some people make it seem. Pass accuracy in this game is very important. So yeah, that needs to be said because of how easy it is to get passing lane steals and how easy it is to rip the ball and stuff like that. So you really want a high pass accuracy, and because that makes your passes a lot faster and a lot more accurate and stuff like that. So yeah, man, Playmaker also gets more in total than Shot Creator, so I feel like that's another reason why it is. Even though like some of the passing ones aren't really important because it's like pass accuracy and or not pass accuracy, but pass IQ and pass vision. Like, I don't even know how that can even be a rating when you're controlling that person. But yeah, Playmaker, Takeover, those are the bonuses, and it comes in at the number 6 spot. All right, now we're getting into the top 5 for like the attribute bonuses. Now, for the top 5, this is where it's gonna get interesting. This is the reason why I feel like Rim Protector is by far the worst one. Rim Protector, what you would think is, since they doing the way they did it, they gave Sharp the only one that's the 3-pointer. They gave Glass like the only one to get rebounding. But the thing that makes Rim bad is because post Takeover is so overpowered, and it gets close shot plus 8, hook, fade, post control, all plus 8, and interior defense plus 8. Now, one thing that 2K could have did to make Rim Protector a lot better is if they would have gave them like physical attribute bonuses, but it doesn't give you any. Post doesn't get any physical attributes, not even strength. I don't know why Post and Rim don't get strength, but they don't. They just don't. So yeah, coming in at number 5 for the best attribute bonuses in the game for the Takeovers is the Post Score Takeover. It's very, very good Takeover. In my opinion, I feel like I would go with other things as a big man, but if you're a big man and you just like to dominate the paint, you're going to be able to play good defense in the paint, and you're going to be able to score at will in the paint with whatever takeover you go with. So you're going to be getting plus 8s to all that stuff, and if you have any of this stuff to 99, that's going to be going over the 99 threshold, according to Mike Wayne. Alright, next. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. Now, in my opinion, the best takeover for big man when it comes to the bonuses is Glass in the Takeover, because when it comes to big man, you have to be able to rebound. Glass Takeover is the only one that you're going to be able to get offensive rebound, defensive rebound, while also being able to get some physical stats. Now, what physical stats is that going to be? Strength and vertical. Those are literally the two most important big man physical stats, because vertical is going to help you get a lot more boards, and strength is going to be very, very important when it comes to boxing people out, going against people in the post and stuff like that. Now, this is the only one for big men that does not get interior defense. I don't know why they stopped giving this one interior defense, but I see now kind of why they tried to give post that. But I feel like I would rather Glass cleaners to have interior defense than post scorers. That would make Glass even more overpowered, because Glass also has close shot. But yeah, I feel like Glass is just better because it's kind of like how important Sharps is important for Sharps and stuff like that. People to get Sharp Takeover because it's the only one that get 3-point plus bonuses and stuff like that, I feel like glass screener is gonna be just as overpowered for a big man because it's the only one that's gonna be able to get you +8 to rebounding. So like whether you're a big man, you put it as your main or your second takeover, because if you don't notice, when you unlock takeover, it gives you the bonuses for your dual and your regular. Now you're not gonna be able to use like the extra component that the second takeover gets you, but it's gonna give you those bonuses. So yeah, whether you put this as your main or your secondary, as a big man, it's very important to have those rebounding bonuses. Alright, next is going to be one of the best bonuses in the game. Now, this takeover is just so important, whether you're big or a guard, because a lot of bigs spot up, so you can even use this. Now, the only thing that's holding this back from being the best one is because it doesn't give you much. It only gives you 3-pointer, mid-range, shot IQ, and offensive consistency. But that shows you how important 3-pointer is in this game, or not just even in general in this game, but how important 3-pointers are. So like anything that's going to get you 3-pointers, an added bonus to that, especially if it's going to be making you be able to go past 99, according to Mike Wang, I feel like that's just a big deal. So yeah, man, Sharp Takeover is the only one that's gonna be able to get you +3 or plus bonuses to your 3-point rating. So yeah, I just feel like that's just so important. Whether you're putting it as your main takeover or your backup takeover for when you get dual takeover, when you can just unlock that first takeover and you still get that +8 to the 3-pointer, that's just so good. So yeah, now what I'm gonna say is the next two takeovers, the only reason they're higher is because they give you so much stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Alright, so coming at the number 2 spot is the Lockdown Takeover. Now, how could the Lockdown Takeover be better than the Sharp Takeover? Let me just go over in general all the things that you're going to be getting on Lockdown Takeover. Perimeter defense, steal, lateral quickness. Let me just say this right now. Steal is literally the best rating in the game to get stops in the game. In the game, it's the best way to get stops. Hands down, there's no debating that. Literally no debating that. Whether it's a poke ball loose or anything like that. And that's not the only way. Now, if you're putting up your steal rating, you're also going to be getting pass perception. It doesn't say that on like the attribute screen, but like steal and pass perception are pretty much linked. So if you have a 25 steal, you have a 25 pass perception. If you have a 95 steal off rip, you have a 95 pass perception. Now, another thing that the Lock Takeover does, it does perimeter defense, steal, lateral quickness. I already said that, but it also gives you help defense IQ, which is not really that important. It also gives you pass perception, speed, acceleration, strength. That is actually amazing that this one, the Lock Takeover gives you strength, but Rim Protector doesn't. Now, if the Rim Protector Takeover got strength, that would be a lot better of a takeover because Post Score doesn't give you that. I don't know why 2K didn't give the Rim Protector Takeover strength, but in my opinion, the better defensive takeover is hands down Lock, because you're not only going to be getting the most important attribute, but you're also going to be getting strength, especially with how inconsistent the interior defense rating is. The only good rating that you're getting from Rim is really blocked. That's really the only important one that you're getting. On Lockdown alone, you're going to be getting perimeter defense, which is going to help you with lateral quickness, steal, help defense, pass perception, speed, acceleration, and strength. All those are very important things in this game. So yeah, man, Lock Takeover coming in at the number 2 spot in the list. Alright, and coming in at the number 1 spot, this might be a little bit biased, but when I show you guys exactly all the things that this takeover gives you for bonuses, you will understand. Slasher Takeover is the best takeover in the game for bonuses. Off rip, what it gives you: layup, standing up, driving dunk, close shot, all that's going up +8. Draw foul, that's going up +8. So when you're going to the rim and you trying to get better out with contact dunks every time, you're gonna get called for fouls a lot more. So people are gonna foul you a lot more, even if they're doing the same thing as they were doing before, because your draw foul is going up even more. So even if you have a 99 layup or a 99 standing dunk, 99 driving dunk, or a 99 close shot, that can go over that, +8 over that, according to Mike Wang. And then we got shot IQ. That's not really that important, but then we have things that's important for guards, like ball handle, speed with ball. Very important things. Those are both gonna be going up +8. That's still not it. Offensive consistency, that's still not it. Speed, acceleration, strength, and vertical are all going up +8. So you're gonna be getting speed and acceleration for the guards. But if you're a big man, if you know, you can get Slasher Takeover on pretty much any big man build this year. So this can also be one of the best big man takeovers you can get, because you're gonna be getting standing dunk, close shot, draw foul, strength, and vertical, while also be able to get some overpowered stuff that could be overpowered for big men, like speed with ball. So yeah, man, I feel like by far the best Takeover for the bonuses is Slasher Takeover. It can help you in so many different ways. Not only does it have some of the best takeover categories, but when it comes to the bonuses are just so overpowering, and there's so much that you get from this one takeover. So yeah, man, best takeover for the bonuses, in my opinion, is the Slasher Takeover. Alright, next. Now we're gonna be hopping into the actual takeovers that you can choose in the game. So there's 24 different types of takeovers that you can get. Coming in at the last spot on the list is the interior badge drop. Drop the opponent's or opposition's offensive badges down a tier after getting near them in the paint. So pretty much anytime somebody comes in the paint towards you, you're gonna be dropping their badges. Now I feel like this is not gonna be as consistent as the lock one, so I did put it low, and I feel like badges in general in this game aren't nearly as important. Now if they had a badge like this where you would drop people's attributes, that would be a very good takeover. But in this game, I feel like attributes are just way more overpowered than badges. Badges just help attributes at a whole different, put you to a whole different level. But you don't necessarily need badges in this game. You need attributes. So yeah, I feel like interior badge drop is just not as overpowered as it could have been. Alright, next, as you probably could tell by the way I was describing it, is going to be perimeter badge drop. Same thing, pretty much. I feel like badges just aren't as important as they have been in previous years because everybody has like these crazy demigod builds where you have like a 99 dunk, or a 99 three-pointer, or a 99 ball handle, or just be able to have all these other badges. I feel like having these badges aren't as overpowered. But why is this better than the last one? I feel like perimeter badge drop is very easy to be able to get into people's area if you're on the perimeter, because whether you're guarding screens on ball, especially as a guard, if you have this takeover, you're gonna be guarding people on the perimeter a lot. So yeah, man, I feel like that's actually a very consistent way of dropping people's badges. In my opinion, I feel like you can do a lot with just your badges going down one tier. Now, if you're a person that puts on a lot of bronze badges, okay, I understand that, but like going from the difference between bronze and silver is not that big. But the difference between gold and silver is huge. But the difference between gold and Hall of Fame is not that big. But is silver better than bronze? Yes. Is Hall of Fame better than gold? Yes. But the way 2K did it, they made it towards like gold is like the big jump. But then Hall of Fame is better, but it's not that much better. So like you going down a tier on that, it's not gonna make that crazy of a difference. That's just how 2K did it. Alright, next. So we have Team Badge Boost. So this is going to be increasing the effectiveness of your teammates' offensive badges for a period of time after passing them the ball. So pretty much, whenever you pass it to your teammates, you're going to be boosting their badges up a tier. Now, we don't know fully how this works when it comes to Hall of Fame badges. Now, if this actually like boosts your badges from Hall of Fame to a whole nother tier, this probably should be higher. I won't lie, this probably should be higher. But Mike Wang hasn't really said much about stuff like this. He said stuff like about the attribute bonuses when it comes to going from 99 and going over that. You can't really tell. I mean, you can tell in game sometimes, but you can't really see it when you try to like actually go and do research on it. But yeah, when it comes to team badge boost, I feel like this is better than badge drop because it can be more consistently useful. Like if you're in the interior, somebody has to come at you. If you're on the perimeter, somebody has to come at you. If you're literally passing somebody the ball, it's going to be giving them a boost to their badges for a short period of time. And it's only going to be going up one tier. But like if you're a person that uses a lot of gold badges, if you're a person that uses a lot of silver badges especially, this is going to be very overpowered. So yeah, man, Team Badge Boost is going to be coming at the 22nd spot on the list. Alright, next is going to be stuff blocks. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be giving you access and increases the block ability to perform grab, swat, and backboard pins. So this is pretty much going to be like rim protector, but as a takeover. So they kind of tried to do this with a couple different takeovers, mainly with the defensive takeovers. It's kind of like they kind of ran out of ideas, so they just do things that you could get in badges and put it in takeovers. So yeah, stuff blocks, you can literally get this in rim protector. It's just gonna be way more effective. So yeah, man, stuff blocks, it's an okay takeover. I just wouldn't choose it. Alright, again, same thing as last time. This is a badge that's literally going to be doing kind of what the last badge did, but it's going to be extreme clamps. Now, I feel like this badge can be utilized way more consistently. Now, when it comes to those blocks, stuff blocks and stuff like that, that kind of is rare, but when you actually get that takeover, it's not as rare. Now, when it comes to extreme clamps, this can be utilized a lot more. Now, one thing I would say about this takeover, the reason why it's a lot lower, it would be a lot higher if it worked. it doesn't work. Like, it's literally clamps, but at like diamond. But if the clamps badge doesn't work, because the way the mechanics of defense in this game doesn't really fully work the way it's supposed to work, the extreme clamps takeover isn't gonna work to the way it's supposed to work. Now, can you bump people? Yes, but it doesn't do exactly what it's meant to do. So that's what I would say. I'm gonna leave it at that. The people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be people that not understanding what I'm saying, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right, next, another takeover that's literally a takeover in the game, and if you choose the other takeover, you're gonna be able to use this also. So I really honestly don't understand the point of anyone choosing limitless range, because you use spot of precision, you can shoot from half court and get greens every single time if you know your jump shot. You have deep threes. Limitless range and deep threes are pretty much the same thing. It's just gonna be allowing you to shoot from even further. Only thing limitless range is doing is allowing you to shoot from further. It's not gonna be making it easier to shoot. It's just gonna allow you to shoot from further. You're not gonna really feel a difference when you're shooting in the regular spots that you're shooting from. You're just gonna be having that +8 bonus. That's the only difference you're gonna be feeling. So yeah, I feel like limitless range is one of the more useless takeovers in this game because of how overpowered spot of precision is. It's not only a takeover that helps you shoot standstills, but it actually also extends your range. I don't understand how they did that. I feel like they accidentally mixed limitless range with spot of precision. I don't know how they did that, but yeah, I'm staying serious. I'm so confused by these two takeovers because spot of precision is so overpowered, but it feels like limitless range doesn't really do anything. All right, next is another takeover that's kind of getting more towards like the useful takeovers now. See the future. This is going to be telling you exactly where rebounds are going to go. So knowing if somebody's going to miss or make is a very huge advantage. Knowing where the ball is going to go is another advantage. Do you feel like that's necessary to knowing where the ball is going to go? Me personally, no. But when you know exactly if your teammates are going to make or miss their shots, that is an advantage to be able to help your teams, especially in terms of stuff like 5v5 or 3v3. 2v2, in my opinion, that's not the biggest deal unless it's like if you can tell if it's a long board. Long rebounds is actually a problem in this game. So if you can tell people what side the rim is going to go, if you can tell your teammate that he's going to miss and he can run to a side to go get the board, that can help. But in my opinion, see the future for what it's supposed to be when it comes to like helping people knowing stuff like that. I don't feel like it's as overpowered as some of these other takeovers. And that's really what Takeover is meant to do. Be overpowered. It's meant to take over the game. So yeah, me personally, I don't really feel it does that. But yeah. Alright, next. This is one of the more essential takeovers when it comes to the rim protector takeover. Paint intimidation. Paint intimidation is going to be delivering a severe penalty to every contested shot taken in the paint. So pretty much anytime somebody tries to do a contact dunk on you, a layup on you, you're gonna be getting an added bonus to the shot contest. It's not going. So when it comes to the shot contest going up, it's gonna make them miss it more. Now, with that being said, does this takeover work when it comes to getting higher takeovers? Yes. It's gonna be, not higher takeovers, but higher contests. Yes, it's gonna help you get a higher contest. But will you get dunked on with this takeover? Yes. Will people still make 100% smothers on you? Yes. So, is that really working at that point? You tell me. Alright, next, we're now getting into the post-score takeovers. As you can see, we've already gave up a couple of the rim protector. We gave up a glass unit takeover. We're now going towards the post-score takeovers. First post-score takeover we're going to be going over, there's 4 of them. First one we're going to be going over, though, is power backdowns. This is going to be increasing your ability to back down even the strongest defenders in the post. So pretty much this is going to allow you to back down people. It's going to be another badge that's literally in the game already, back down Punisher, but it's going to be on steroids. Now this one is a takeover that actually can consistently work because you can back down people at your own will. When it comes to getting stuff blocks, you have to literally be able to time it right and stuff like that. It's still based off timing because it's defense. Extreme plans is just another version of a badge that doesn't really work the way it should. This is a badge that actually works in the game. You can control how much you can do it and stuff like that. You can fade off of it. You can actually create an entire offense based off you doing this. Like if people have to double you because you're backing their person down and you get teammates wide open off this, that's very overpowered. So yeah, man, power backdowns is one of the better takeovers in the game. One of the more useful takeovers in the game. Is it top 5? In my opinion, no. But it is a good takeover. Alright, next. Now, this actually has the ability to be kind of overpowered depending on how much takeover that it actually gives your teammates. Now, this is a takeover that's going to be giving your teammates a takeover boost. So what this does is, it's called Team Takeover Boost. Boost the progress of each of your teammates' takeover meters when activated. that could be kind of OP. So say for instance, somebody's going off. You unlock your takeover and you get them to team takeover. That's gonna be kind of OP. You get somebody to dual takeover. That could be kind of OP. That, like, if you get all your teammates to takeover and you just somehow, that's like you got like a kind of off-brand team takeover. That's really overpowered. So this could be higher on the list because this takeover could be unlocking higher takeovers on the list for like all your teammates. So this probably could be or should be higher. Put it in the comments down below if you think this one should be higher, because this could be unlocking everybody on your teammates takeover. This gonna be unlocking team takeover for somebody, which would last longer than everybody on your team unlocking takeover at the same time. This gonna unlock dual takeover for 2 of your teammates if you want it, or even all your teammates if you want it. It just depends on how much it gives you. If it gives you a substantial amount, like a whole takeover amount, that is overpowered. So yeah, man, team takeover boost. It's actually a very good takeover in the game. Alright, next, this is going to be Box Out Wall. This is going to be another glass meter takeover. This is going to allow you to block out stronger players or swim around them to secure more rebounds. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the better takeovers for rebounders, because if you know how this game is, everybody has these crazy high rebounding ratings. Everybody has Hall of Fame rebound chaser. So if you have a takeover that can actually give you the upper hand to get more rebounds, like rebound or Box Out Wall, where you're gonna be able to swim people or box out people even stronger, that's gonna actually give you an advantage on getting rebounds, even if y'all have the same rebounding stats, even if you have the same Hall of Fame rebound chaser. So yeah, man, Box Out Wall, definitely one of the more useful and needed badges for big men. So yeah, man, Box Out Wall comes in at the number 14 spot on the list. Alright, next is going to be post playmaking. Post playmaking, this is going to boost your teammates' offensive abilities when passing out to them from the post. Now, this is going to be very overpowered for post scores. Now, for post scores, they know how much they get doubled to you, because like when it comes to guarding post in this game, it's actually kind of difficult, especially when it comes to how easy it is to post hook, especially when it comes to how easy it is to post fade, especially when it comes to how easy it is to post spin and do all that other stuff, because a lot of people don't put up their interior defense in this game. So that's like pretty much that. How they say it is, that's how you don't have your strength in the post. That's how you're gonna be able to guard all that other stuff in the post and stuff like that. So if you didn't put your interior defense, post scoring is going to be very hard to guard. So you don't have to double. So if they have like a dimer with their takeover for post score, where their teammates are going to have a huge bonus to hit their shots out of the passes from the post, that could be kind of overpowered. So yeah, man, post playmaking comes in at the number 13 spot on the list. We're more than halfway through, almost. Alright, now, last one was post scoring playmaking pretty much. This is going to be like class clearing dimes. So pretty much every single time you get an offensive rebound or a defensive rebound, whoever you pass it to, they're going to have an added bonus to hit their shot. So that's going to be pretty overpowered for offensive rebounds. It can also be overpowered for defensive rebounds if you're a person that likes to cherry pick and you play with people that cherry pick a lot and you can just throw it up, especially if they like to shoot threes off the cherry picks and stuff like that. That could be kind of overpowered, because anytime you get a rebound, I feel like that could be a lot more useful, especially for offensive rebounds. So yeah, man, glass here and dimes, if you don't know what it does, in general, boost your teammates' offensive abilities on kickouts and helps you throw successful outlet passes after rebounds. So not only is it gonna be giving you dimer pretty much off of offensive rebounds, but it's gonna be giving you also break starters. So I feel like a lot of glass here is gonna be, especially if you feel like you don't need to know where the ball is going to go on rebounds, especially if you feel like you don't really need that box out wall. This is going to be the takeover that I feel like a lot of big men are going to be going with it. They go with the glass and the takeovers. Alright, next is going to be advanced gathering. This is one of the more underrated takeovers still in this game. If you watched the last takeover video I went over, I feel like this is going to be getting a rise. If anything, it kind of dropped, because shot creator takeovers are very overpowered now. If you don't know about how the meta is right now, it's very overpowered to have a shot creator takeover. But with that being said, advanced gatherers unlocks more effective Euro, spin, hop, and cradle gathers and avoids jam ups. So pretty much, if you remember fancy footwork from 2K20 and how overpowered the stuff like hop steps and stuff like that was, if you remember 2K19, how overpowered Euro was, pretty much the best of both of those, but even more overpowered in this game. So why is this not a lot higher? It's not a lot higher because I feel like the meta for this game, people don't use that type of stuff. They don't play that way. so I can't put it over stuff for how people play. So if people aren't using these moves, I can't put it even higher. But I feel like it should be higher in terms of how overpowered it really is. It probably is top 3 when it comes to how overpowered it really is. But for now, we're gonna keep it at the number 11 spot. All right, now coming in for the top 10, we have another post score takeover. This is going to be post shot daggers. Gives a large boost to post hook, fade, up and under, shimmy, and hop shots. So pretty much, if you're a person that likes to shoot out the post, you're going to get an added bonus. If you know how easy it is to score out the post, you don't even have to really be good at timing it. You can make hooks without greening. You can make fades without greening at a really, really high rate. You put this on, bro, if you see how big the green window is on pull-up precision and stuff like that, like spot-up precision and stuff like that, it's going to be pretty much like that for post, but it's going to be even bigger because you're going to be a lot closer. If you know how green window and how the whites work, pretty much your meter is going to be smaller and smaller the further you get from the rim. The closer you are to the rim, it's going to be even bigger. When it comes to this type of stuff, it's going to be kind of like a layup. So it's going to be making your green window a lot higher. So yeah, man, post shot daggers should be a lot higher. But yeah, I'm going to keep it at the number 10 spot for now. Alright, coming at number 9 is easy blow-bys. Easy blow-bys is exactly what it says. Enhances the ability to drive by defenders, making it easier to get to the rim. So this is kind of like the blow-bys from 2K19. If you remember, if you're like a slasher or a playmaker, or more on the slasher, because slashers, they kind of blew by people a lot easier. Pretty much, you're going to just blow right past people easily. Now, if you partner this up with a lot of takeovers, this is very, very, very overpowered. You partner this up with like a pull-up precision or negative impact or spotter precision, you're gonna be an auto bucket. I'm gonna just say that right now. Now, if you're a big man and you put this on, that might even be more overpowered because, like, I don't even want to get too much into that. But yeah, easy blow-bys, I feel like for the people's play style, when it comes to like people wanting to rim run, I feel like this is more useful for people when it comes to that advanced gathers. People want to rim run, but like you got to be able to get past your person still. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like especially if you start from the perimeter, because you can't just start off with a hot step at the 3-point line. You got to get actually to the rim, around the rim. So if people are actually good at playing good defense and not allow you to get to an area where you can even do that, I feel like easy blow-bys is going to be a lot easier for you to be able to do this. So yeah, man, easy blow-bys comes in at the number 9 spot on the list. Alright, and pretty much when it comes to all the big man takeovers, I pretty much went over all of them. This is going to be the best big man takeover, like big man distinctive takeover in the game. Coming in at the number 8 spot is advanced post moves. What this does, makes it easier to beat defenders with post spins, fakes, drives, and clear outs. So pretty much, if they don't double team you, even if they double team you, sometimes it's an auto point. It's literally you're going to go right past them on a post spin. Sometimes you can even make them hit the floor. Drop steps are stupid overpowered with this. And it's pretty much a free bucket every single time. So that's why it's so high. I feel like being able to have the opportunity to get a free bucket, because if they have to double team you, it's so easy to shoot on this game because the accuracy is so high and stuff like that. I feel like if you partner this up with like post playmaking and stuff like that, man, that's good. That could be pretty overpowered. Or even like a playmaker takeover, that could be pretty overpowered. So yeah, man, advanced post moves comes at the number 8 spot on the list. Alright, next is going to be ankle breaking shots. Now, ankle breaking shots, this is going to be the best way to take ankles in the game. Very overpowered. Ankle breaker is a very overpowered badge. This is going to be another takeover that's pretty much a badge in the game already, but on a whole different level. So this is another badge this is a takeover that actually works like the last one I went over. The first two, those takeovers are meant to be good and overpowered, but they're not. This is actually one of the takeovers that actually allows you to be very dominant with it, because it's going to be taking ankles left and right. So yeah, man, ankle breaking shots comes in at the number 7 spot on the list. All right, next is going to be team ratings boost. Now, this takeover, if what Mike Wang is not, if he's not capping on, if you have like a 99 rating on something, you're going to be able to go past stuff. Like even if you're like at a 93 and you get +8. +8 to 93 is 100. That's 100. So if you go past 99 rating when it comes to bonuses, this takeover is very overpowered. And I've seen people using it when it comes to the pro-am and stuff like that. I've seen somebody even hit a game winner 100% contested off of somebody with Playmaker takeover having team ratings boost and passing it to somebody, and they was able to green that. 100% contested. They got a pass off this and they got a ratings boost and they was able to green that. because of this takeover. So if takeovers actually allow you to go past the 100 rating, say for instance someone has a 99 rating at 99, they get +8. That's 107. This takeover, what it does is it gives you additional +4 to all your offensive attributes. So what it says, I'm gonna just go over what it says. Gives a large boost to your teammates' offensive abilities for a period of time. So it's gonna be giving you pretty much like a +4 to all your offensive attributes. So that's +12. If you have takeover and someone on your team is passing it to you with this takeover, oh, it doesn't even say if they pass it to you. It just gives a large boost to your teammate's offensive ability. So they don't even have to pass to you. So yeah, man, team rating boost, that could give you a +12 if you have takeover. But that's what it even have a takeover. If you know how takeover works, as you keep getting more and more towards your takeover, you're gonna be also getting pluses to your takeover. I didn't want to go too much in detail on that. If we ever update takeovers again, I'll probably do everything on it. But yeah, for right now, team rating boost, you can get up to +12. So you can get all the way up to 111. 111 on ratings, depending on if you have a 99. So if you have a person with a 99 driving up, if they have takeover on and you have this on, they can get up to 111 driving up. Same thing with all offensive attributes. That alone might have to be higher, but for right now, I have it at the number 6 spot on the list. So yeah. All right, now we're in the top 5. Now, we went over one shot creator takeover. Now, coming in at the number 5 spot is pull-up precision. This is going to be pretty much like the shot creator version of spot precision. Now, for the way people play, I will say pull-up precision might be a tad bit more useful. But when it comes to 3, you're not going to be getting +8 to 3-point rating with shot creator. But it is going to help you shoot off of dribble 3s a lot more, because that's literally what it does. So, for the meta in this game, the meta is to do step back 3s or fading 3s or anything that does any type of shot creator thing. People like to do like fades and stuff like that in this game. They love to do it. That's literally like the meta in this game, doing step back 3s and stuff like that. So with that being said, pull-up precision is going to allow you to pretty much be providing a significant boost to well-timed or aimed jump shots taken off the dribble. So any dribble or any shot that's taken off the dribble, you're going to be getting a added bonus. Not even if it's not going to just be making it easier to green, even if you just time it well. So yeah, man, coming at the number 5 spot is pull-up precision. Another shot creator takeover coming at the number 4 spot. In my opinion, this is the best one in the game. If they had a takeover like this for sharp takeover, it would be by far the best takeover in the game, and it wouldn't even be close. Not even close, but they were smart. They did. I feel like they tested this game for that one thing. It's a lot of things that they didn't test the game for, but I noticed that they only had 2 sharp takeovers. That is for a reason. That is definitely for a reason. I know for a fact they probably had a badge like this for sharp. But the best one in the game for shot creator is negative impact. What it does, it reduces the impact of shot contests against pull-up, step back, and spin shots. So pretty much, all these joints are very hard to contest. So say for instance, you actually know what they're gonna do and you contest it good and they had this on, they can green it every single time. Doesn't even matter. It literally doesn't even matter. So yeah, man. This is the meta in the game, doing off the dribble shots. So yeah, negative impact, definitely the best shot creator takeover in the game. If they had a negative impact for sharp takeover, definitely would be the best takeover in the game. They don't have it, but yeah, still comes in as the number 4 spot on the list. All right, next, for the things, the only way to cancel out that last takeover is having this takeover. Enhanced jump shot contest provides a large boost to your shot contest against perimeter jump shots. So pretty much, they patched it now, but like beginning of the year for next gen, pretty much it was really easy to green contested. Now they've made it a little bit harder. You can still do it, but the contest system in this game is very inconsistent. That's one thing that's the most important part for this takeover. This takeover is gonna make it way more consistent. It's one of the most needed takeovers in the game. Very needed. It's very necessary. Only takeover that could be more overpowered for lockdown is if they had like a stealing takeover. If they had like a takeover that got you more steal and passing lane steals all in one takeover, that arguably could be just as good as like a negative impact sharp takeover, because that's like the best way to get stops. But enhanced jump shot contest, for how hard or how inconsistent contest is in this game, I feel like this is just a very, very necessary takeover. So yeah, man, enhanced jump shot contest comes in at the number 3 spot on the list, and it's a top 3 takeover in my opinion in the game. All right, next. Now this actually might be the most overpowered takeover in the game. I already gave you guys everything that Slasher gives you. That's literally gonna give you by far the best bonuses. It's gonna give you by far the most bonuses. But also, this might be the most overpowered one, bro. It's like an auto 2 points every single time. If you're I'm not gonna say that. If you're good at getting content dunks, if you're good at getting to the rim, if you're good at playing the game and you know what you're doing as a slasher, this can be very overpowered. You can literally rim run every single time in this game, bro. Now, depending on the defender that you're going against, it can be harder. But the best way to get stops in this game, in my opinion, is getting steals. It's not really like some of these badges don't even really work to the way they're meant to work. So, finishing moves, it can kind of take the skill out the game a little bit because of how overpowered it is. And with that being said, it's so overpowered that it literally takes the skill out of the game. Like, people complain about how overpowered contact dunks and stuff like that is. Another thing that makes contact dunks even easier is finishing moves. They kind of tried to nerf contact dunks. Contact dunks is still overpowered, and finishing moves is still overpowered. So yeah, man, finishing moves comes in at the number 2 spot. It's probably, in my opinion, the most overpowered takeover in the game as of right now, with how many people want to rim run, how easy it makes it to make layups, not even just getting contact dunks, how much easier it makes getting contact dunks. One thing I'm gonna say, one stat I'm gonna say right real quick. So if you unlock the contact dunk packages, that's 20%. You have posterizer on bronze, that's 35%. Silver, that's gonna be 50% chance of getting a contact dunk. Gold, 65% chance. Hall of Fame, 80% chance of getting a contact dunk. 80. That's not even saying if you have a 99 driving dunk. That's not even saying if you have takeover unlocked. That's just having Hall of Fame posterizer and having the contact dunk packages. So you can only imagine how overpowered finishing moves is in this game, where everybody can have a 99 driving dunk, where everybody can be able to choose what takeover to get. So yeah, man, finishing moves, probably the most overpowered takeover in the game, but still, in my opinion, it's coming in at the number 2 spot on the list. And coming in at the number 1 spot on the list, spot of precision. I went over this kind of small, minor detail when I was going over limitless range. Me personally, I'm not a person that does the phase and stuff like that, but this really is only supposed to help you do standstills, but this also can help you do also dribbles, because if you paid attention to the bonuses, the only bonuses that give you +8 for your 3-pointer is the sharp takeovers. This is by far the best sharp takeover. If you was also paying attention when I was going over limitless range, you can't really tell what it does. Spot of position, you can shoot from anywhere in the half court, whether you're at the half court. Like if you can get like an actual jump shot animation, you can green that anywhere in the half court. I'm just gonna say that. And at the park, you can shoot from the other side of the court with this. Very, very overpowered takeover. You can do so much with this takeover. Now, one thing that makes this takeover by far the best takeover in the game, most needed takeover in the game, because if you put this as the first takeover, you can use it to the highest possible ability. Another thing that makes this very good is 3s are worth more than 2. So even if people are rim running you every single time, you can get a 3 with this takeover very easily every single time. Another thing that makes this very, very important, if you don't even like this takeover, but you want the +8, you can literally put it as your secondary takeover, and as soon as you unlock your first takeover, you're gonna be getting +8 to your 3-pointer. So yeah, man, spot of precision, definitely, in my opinion, the best, most needed takeover in the game. So yeah, man, that is going to be the end of this video. I went over everything in detail. I went over each takeover bonus that you get for each single takeover. I ranked all 24 takeovers in order, showed you guys exactly what each takeover did and stuff like that. So yeah, man, for that alone, please go ahead and leave a like on this video. It really does help a lot, make this video go out to a lot more people. Subscribe if you're new. We do this every single day. We're on the road to 100K, man, so I really would appreciate it. We're gonna be going crazy all 2K21. But yeah, man, turn on post notifications for the first day every single my video. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. Ain't about to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Head in the clouds, walk through the city, they taking you out. Bitches be talking, they running their mouth. A bag in the back and a stick in the couch. You know what it's about. Had to cope with all the pain, so I'm about to die, man. They say he going too fast.